Welcome back.
Yes, Ambassador?
I'd like to discuss your parents.
What? I feel like I'm in trouble.
What would you like to know?
I'd like to dispatch a courier asking the bands of House Trevelyan to align themselves with us. What are your thoughts? Should we approach your family for their formal support of the Inquisition?
Ooh. See, I don't know. Wow, okay, let's go with this.
My parents are on a first-name basis with most priests in Ostwick, and I have a dozen cousins in the Chantry. When they hear I've been touched by Andraste, you'll have to stop them from giving you money.
I'll take that as a yes. Valroyo has noted your lineage. It gives the Inquisition some legitimacy, although not so much as we'd hoped.
Why not?
You are from Ostwick. Orlesian nobles consider the free marches somewhat quaint.
Orlesians are just baffled free marchers governing themselves without an empress to hold their hands.
A peasant might get away with that insult, but not someone of your stature. Speaking of which, I should thank you for your patience with the simple quarters. The accommodations in Haven are surely rough for someone of your birth.
I did not mean for that to come out all snobbish like that. Oh my goodness.
This can't be what you're accustomed to, Ambassador.
One adjusts. I stay busy. It helps take my mind from our surroundings. And the cold. And the wildlife. And the lack of civilization for miles around. Why anyone lived here before we found Andraste's ashes, I cannot imagine.
Exactly.
Don't worry about me. Haven's more than livable.
Really? If that is how you feel, I'm pleased to hear it. Until next time, my lady.
And I've been dismissed. I'm not done with you yet.
Good day to you.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
Sir Griffith of Denerim, a most distinguished knight of the realm. He's defeated darkspawn, slain demons, chased down abominations. Just don't ask him about it over dinner. He spares no detail.
See if she's got more.
What may I do for you?
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We
Yeah,
must
let's skip
aim
past
for
this.
more.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
Oh, now we're talking.
What do you think of Sir Blackwall?
Sir Blackwall seems as loyal to the purpose of the Inquisition as he is to the Wardens. His travels must have taken him strange places. I wish he'd speak more about them.
Commander Cullen came to mind.
The commander is an intelligent, cautious man. I'm grateful he's in charge of our standing army. Still, he does sometimes resemble the man with a hammer to whom everything appears as a nail.
I was thinking of Cassandra.
Seeker Pentagast is a princess of the Kingdom of Nevada, although that barely seems important to her. She was not interested when I asked if we might make use of her royal relations. Still, the Inquisition would not have formed without Cassandra. She's an extraordinarily driven woman.
Okay, you better not say.
The Iron Bull has had to have made an impression.
He is a loud, unapologetic accident merely waiting to happen. I do wish he'd stop daring poor dignitaries to outdrink him.
Okay.
What do you think of Vivienne?
This should be
We've met
interesting.
a few times before at court. She remains a truly accomplished player of the game. So long as her interests align with yours, Madame Vivienne will be a most valuable ally.
No dirt, really?
What's your impression of Solus?
I suppose I should be wary of an apostate, but our elven mage has conducted himself with the utmost propriety. And he has the most fascinating stories.
I'd love to know how you and Sarah get along.
I know she extracts gossip from the servants. and she keeps prying into things. Sarah's ability to vanish whenever her mischief's discovered must come in handy, however, I'm sure.
I was thinking of Varric.
Oh, I could listen to his tales for hours. He actually let me read a chapter of his next book he's writing. My friends would be sick with envy if they knew. It's excellent, but a bit different from his past works. Only 3 beheadings so far.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
Interesting. No Liliana, which makes sense because they're close. And there's more beheadings in Varric's book than Blackwall and Bull have done.
Have you heard? The Inquisition dealt with the rebel Templars. They've been driven away or killed.
I do not suppose you found my Senna's
What
shrine.
did I tell you?
I know it
It's
is a
not
long
just
way to
that.
go.
I heard about deaths too. Refugees killed by
I
Templars.
cleaned Senna's shrine and placed the flowers. May her ashes be gathered by Foundine and carried safely.
After all the long years she carried me, thank you. You do a foolish old man too much kindness. Thank you, friend. May your Inquisition do as much good for the land as you have done for me.
You're very welcome. Oh my God, look how pissed he looks. Wow. Okay, this was the mage area that I didn't do before because I ran out of potions. I'm coming to it from the opposite direction this time. I believe this is it, so let's clean this out. Of course, because I'm oh so organized, I don't have Solus with me to tell me all this magey stuff. I have Vivian, but that's okay. We'll see how he does. I am very intent on map completion right now. There's a lot of tedious little things like getting all the shards, the watchtowers, you know, things like that along with the quests. So I will not be satisfied until the hinterlands is completely done. Now, some things I'm not going to show because once you've seen me collect a shard, do you really need to see me collect 20 more? You know what I mean? But if something interesting happens or an interesting dialogue happens, I'll show that. But I'll spare you the tediousness of it. And that's what I think is the huge difference between streaming and videos. I mean, there are some, back in the day when I first started doing these, I showed everything. But then I came to realize that everything isn't interesting. And when you're streaming, you're also able to talk with the streamer. Well, if they, you know, are into talking. There are some streams that legitimately you can't talk and play the game like League of Legends. So you just, that's very challenging, particularly when you're doing ranked sessions. The team expects you to put the game first and put the game as the priority. So you can't really chat. But there are also streamers that just are playing something like Minecraft where there's really nothing to do. You know, there's nothing stopping the person from chatting while playing, and they just don't. But for the most part, people do, and that's the difference. So while you're going through all this tediousness of seeing the same thing you've seen a million times before, like a shard, okay, I saved the game real quick. Right outside here. Hardest difficulty, you gotta learn these things. So yeah, I'm going to include interesting things, but something like shard collecting I just don't think is all that interesting. So, or farming, that's another thing that I haven't been including. And this is going a lot better this time. You know why, right? No, it's not because of Vivienne, although it actually may be. It's because I have potions. I'm prepared. See, we're starting to dip into the potions. But Bull is doing his thing, which is good. I don't know what the deal is with him. I did a quick search on it, but I didn't want to be spoiled with anything. But that just, you know, running and then stopping, like freezing. See, here we go. All my potions. See, I spoke too soon. Had to open my big mouth. Oh, this is going great. Will we make it? Now, one thing I keep forgetting to do, which I really need to do before I go back to, when I go back to camp, is restock everybody to have the regeneration potions, which I have not done. Actually, I'm thinking about doing that. Yay! I'm thinking about doing that even for the mages, since they don't since they don't seem to be using the mana potions. Awesome. Okay. Hopefully there's good loot here. We shall see. Yeah, so I guess, I don't know, maybe it was the area I was in, although I'm still in the same area. Matter of fact, the only difference with that bull bug is that I'm on the other side of the cave. From before, I came in through the other, I was approaching it from the other way. Very interesting. Particularly since that the bug, I'm actually beginning to wonder now if one of the patches that they released is causing the bug. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't there at release, but it's there now. I don't know. We will get through it one way or another. I'm not gonna desert my baby, who doesn't know he's my baby yet. Okay. Mission accomplished. This is actually very pretty on the inside. I will sort through all of this later. But now, more map completion. I want this done by this week. Done. Hinterland's looking good.